Back to earlier this season, the last time both of these sides met, Sturt came within one kick of toppling North Adelaide for the first time, of course, of the season. I think Sturt failed by just 5 points. Well, today they were very confident of success, but unfortunately for the Double Blues, they lost their coach Mervyn Kane in the second quarter. I believe he felt a very nasty knock to the head from a very wet and heavy football. Just take a look at this.
Ball's got it out. Now Jarman. Oh, smothered beautifully by Mervyn Kane. That hurt him. He's out cold feet. It's whiplashed his head. He's in a lot of trouble, Mervyn Kane. That could be a bad one. Gee, there's the smelling salts, and I think he's looking to see whether he swallowed his tongue. Pete, well, I hope they get to him very quickly. Mervyn Kane is moving now, and the trainers had to run out very quickly because he took the ball, I think the ball hit him in the face. Yeah, in the face. Kicked him right.
Yeah, bad luck there for Coach Mervyn Kane in the second quarter, attempting to smother that ball and copping a rather heavy one towards the end of the chin. Well, we'll go back to Prospect Oval now and we'll pick up play. We're at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter and Sturt lead by 6 goals.
Sturt 10-6, North Adelaide 4-6.
Yes, Peter, they've got the runners. Sanders marked it well. Armfield. Sturt also using the ball better than North Adelaide, who are not kicking well. Zuchens. Tiller, boy, had to wait for it as he kicks long into attack. Up towards Dietrich, got up very high. Great mark, Dietrich. Oh, he came from the cloud. Never ever appeared to be in a position to mark the ball. Downs did everything right, but came out minus the footing. Grenville Dietrich. Only his second kick, 30 metres out, right in front. And you think North Adelaide need him right now. Make the distance easily, and the accuracy is okay. Dietrich gets his first goal in league football for about 3 weeks. And North Adelaide have got their 5th goal on the board.
Well, Grenville Dietrich, he certainly jumped a bit early then. He read the ball very well. But for once, North Adelaide got the ball rebounding down the ground with some semblance of team play from body to body, and they got it into him to give him a chance to get at it. And up he went, hung there for a while, and the big fellows pulled one down. Perhaps he can do one of those match-winning quarters that he's done in the past, where he's kicked 5 or 6 goals in a flash, and he's certainly electric when he's doing that. And the day is not really against him. He's a strong man. There's no reason why this weather should count against the fellow, even though he may be a high mark. North trail by 5 goals. Parsons beaten by Spiel in that exchange. Zuchens goes in hard. Bodies everywhere. There'll be another bounce. Viney's in the middle, but I think Jarman's beating him at this point. Jarman's handballing, of course, a feature. Spiel smashes to centre-half forward, well read by Stephen Riley. Wide to Sanders. Sanders starting to get on top of Frost in this quarter, which is certainly helping North Adelaide a lot. Sanders' fleet of foot gets around Frost. Uses the left boot. Well, Bennett low to the ground, couldn't take the mark. Sturt players dive on top of it in despair, and there will be a bounce in North Adelaide's centre-half forward position. Hart got a whack in the jaw in the second quarter. He went off for a while. Jarman got a whack at the base of the hip in the second quarter, and he went off for a while. G. Bennett got the handball out. Chance now as it comes back to Bowles onto the left boot. Bennett comes in late, couldn't mark the ball. It's at his feet now. Sturt trying to clear. Lake. More trouble. Jarman over to Bowles. He was put down, but he kicked the goal. Great goal. Brought down with Jarman. Couldn't pick the Sturt player up. Yes, it was Smith. They're all over Smith at the moment. Plenty of heavy body work in there. First it was Bowles that went down. Then Jarman, Smith involved in that, and then they all wanted Smith. The umpire had a chat to Smith. There may be another free kick given here.
He wouldn't give another one, Peter. Under law he couldn't. I think he's just counting the first goal.
He's allowed to. I think he's allowed to, Ian, because Smith came in. I think you'll find this is another kick for goal, and it's going to go to Jarman, who was put down after Bowles kicked the first goal.
Yeah, but the umpire has to give the all-clear sign.
Yeah, he does. After the umpire's given the all-clear sign. I'd love to know what that is in law. Obviously, umpire Hilton's got a very clear idea, but in my humble opinion, I thought the law was that it's after the goal umpire has given the all-clear, the infringement has to take place.
Well, in my view, it was. I didn't see the
the clear signal, but there's certainly another shot at goal. Now, Jamie Bowles had the first kick, and that was a goal. That is also, no, that's offline. That's a point. So we haven't gone back to centre for a bounce, and we've got 7 points has been added to the score here.
An interesting one in law, Peter. Downs. Oh, out goes big Michael Parsons. He's got to get a free kick. The game's starting to hot up. Certainly the crowd's enjoying a bit of the more physical clash in this cold July afternoon at Prospect. Tiller on the lead, Bowles. Bowles now 35-40 metres out. Can he kick another one? He's going for another pass, but it's not well directed. He was looking up there now for Big Bennett. He's gone down with a high tackle. It gets David McKechnie. And now it's Peter Bennett who's going to get a free kick. Oh, well, it's certainly exciting, the North Adelaide crowd. I don't know whether you call it excitement. But suddenly their players are starting to go down like 9 pins.
Accidental, I mean.
I agree.
Players ducking to the side. You're seeing it's very hard to hold your feet to get your body across.
I don't think Bowles ducked, Robert.
No, but the thing is here, they're going for the ball, North Adelaide now. That's the difference. They've been in the first half.
Bennett, that's a goal, I think. Bennett's goal. North Adelaide make their bid to get back in the game. 7-7 plays Sturt 10-6.
We've seen a whole lot of champions in Australia.
From NEC comes a video recorder with features that lead the way. Dual audio heads ensure the highest quality hi-fi stereo sound. 2-speed recording means 8 hours from one 4-hour tape. And NEC's 4 tape heads give you perfect slow motion and freeze.
Compare NEC's range at your retailer. Feature for feature, I reckon NEC's miles ahead.
Australia's champion in video too.
Where for open fires or potbelly stoves, you can get Woodettes 50 kilograms for only $6.75. Or cut firewood at 20 kilogram bags, only $2.95 at Lloyd's. For combustion heaters, briquettes at 25 kilogram bags, only $4.50. And to keep the heat in and your fuel bills down, ACI Pink Bats, a big saver at only $15.95 a pack.
If you need it, you can get it here at Lloyd's. 7 days a week.
Hey, Sport, what do you got there? Magpies, Panthers, Redlegs, Bulldogs, Bloods, Roosters, Warriors, Eagles, Tigers, Double Blues. Wow, Channel 7 football sweats with all the footy team logos. Great winter wear. They're really warm and available in all sizes. Be clever and show your support for your footy team by wearing the Channel 7 football sweats. They're only $19.99 and available from all East Coast stores. You beauty, Channel 7.
This is the edge of Australia, and it could be almost anywhere along our huge coastline. Beyond this very shore is the rest of the world. Other countries, other cultures, and regrettably, some conflicts. However we would like to think of our country, Australia is part of that world, and that's why our defence is important. But let's not have any illusions about immediate threats. It is apathy that is our enemy. The assumption that things might not change in the future. A large part of the duty of our defence falls upon the shoulders of the men and women of Australia's Army Reserve. Above and beyond their normal work lives, they give up their time and effort simply because they believe in Australia. It is our duty to give our reserve every support in their endeavour.
Army Reserve. They're doing something for Australia.
1 point. Sturt 10-8, North Adelaide 7-7.
No question that Sturt are playing the better footy. Wilmot with 2 goals. Arnold's done a pretty good job. Then again, the weather is not for full forwards. Arnold a very good fullback. 10-8 plays 7-7. Arnold goes for the short pass, looking for Wildy, and the ball goes out of bounds off the play. No. Trevor Hill couldn't get a handball away. Wildy unloaded it quickly to Jarman. Nose over the ball. Tiller now got to beat Filkey. Got that handball away. Or Sanders was under pressure too. Out go 2 Sturt players. Ran into each other. Zuchens put his teammate in trouble in Ellis. He goes down the umpire ruled a run ball and will come in and bounce. Well, John Hill is not giving too many popular decisions at the moment. He can't take a trick either side.
Viney's got a headache. Two Sturt players collided. Viney and Frost.
Umpire Hilton, a good bounce with a wet ball. Spill thumps it clear. A chance now, Sturt. Darrington. Missed. I think he missed. Got it from Walk and a superb handball. Darrington disappointed. It should have been an easy goal. 10-9 Sturt, 7-7 North Adelaide.
Well, the acting captain kicked one in the first quarter, but not so on that occasion. 10-9 Sturt, North Adelaide 7-7 as Arnold comes to grandstand side. Parsons goes back into play. Armfield to Hill. Smith in front. Tiller off hands. Smith has got Tiller. Zuchums. They continue to yell holding the ball every time a player gets near it these days, and certainly wasn't holding the ball then. Umpire Hilton made the right decision for the bounce. Spiel again. She's certainly finding the ball as a ruckman this year. Smith tries to push it out. Tunnel ball effect. But we'll see another bounce. And we've certainly had a few this afternoon. Conditions haven't been that good for football, although we haven't had that much rain. Motley, he'll get a free kick for that. He didn't have it. The North supporters can't believe it, but I don't think umpire Hilton's done the wrong thing in the last 10 minutes. Hollis didn't mark it. Through goes Jarman. A little bit lucky, yes. Certainly when a player's got the ball and he tries to bust through, he really runs a risk, and that was the correct decision then from umpire Hilton. Hollis puts a high ball there. Wilmot tries to hold ground. Painter tries to read it. Tunnel balls it out. Sanders. He's got no one to kick it to. In front is Simmons. Punching away is Pake. And the umpire will throw it in. Right half forward flank for the Blues.
Throw in on the outer side. Over 20 minutes gone. At least they're warm. Painter. Edged it out. Pike. Motley. Hooks around the corner out to the outer side. That's well put. Getting underneath it is Frost. And he's got the ball. Smith's in the pocket wanting it.
Wasn't on though, Henry. Did it well, Frost.
Frost puts a long one in towards full forward. Wilmot and Arnold at the back. Darrington. Darrington frames it up. Umpire says play on. A shot at goal goes away across the face of goal there. Well, the Sturt penalty. It could have been Smith. And the ball has been ruled out of play. Smith it was. A throw in, full forward left pocket. Spiel. Redden at the back. Almost taken there by Hart. Players stack up on top of the ball, and the umpire will come in and bounce. It's tough out there. A lot at stake for Sturt, more so than North Adelaide. Sitting happily on top of the premiership table. Sturt with a tough few games coming up, and also the fact that they could right to up a chance in a very tight competition.
Whose foot did that hit then? Because that's interference with the bounce. Whoever it did, I don't think John Hilton knew whether it hit Redden.
I think Redden's, Robert, but
that's a free against him.
I don't think the umpire saw it. Whose foot it was? He couldn't guess. Hill close to the line, and the ball is out of play.
You're not suggesting umpires guess here, I hope.
I said he didn't guess.
Oh, that's all right then. 10-9 Sturt, North Adelaide 7-7. Redden and Spiel across comes Plonk, smashes it over and out. Onto the backboard. It's coming back, but not far enough. You got the point with it though. Sturt 10-10. North Adelaide 7-7. Sturt this quarter have kicked 1-5, and they might pay for that late on in this game. The kick right is to Hart. Darrington out there, fighting for it, gets rid of it. Viney. The handball comes from the Hart though to Jarman. Jarman onto the left boot, wobbles one towards centre wing. Hay is out there with Reid. The ball beats both players out. The umpire will throw it in centre wing. Well, there's 21 points in this game. In these conditions, it's still not a bad lead. It comes back to Viney. Zubranic smashes it forward. He got one for his corner. Plenty of players in there. Darrington puts it out. Motley kicks off the ground. A chance now for Smith. The tackle is high. Zuchums gets out. The umpire says holding the ball. kick will go out there to Painter. Painter, a very clever player in all conditions. Oh, having said that, he kicks it straight to the opposition. Not terribly clever there. Campbell intercepted superbly. Goes back towards Pate. He showed a lot of courage then. Kicking off the ground, Tiller. Out comes Whittlesey. Whittlesey and Tiller, I think, went close to a pretty bad collision there, but it comes out from Reed to Painter. I don't think he'll kick to the opposition this time, no. Whittlesey kicks high. Filkey couldn't mark it. Off hands to Hill. Showing a ton of speed, Hill. Jamie Bowles is under the ball. He's never going to mark it. Bennett. Tiller. There's a big chance. Dietrich will kick this. He could sit down and have a picnic. 2 goals, Dietrich. Great work by Tiller. North Adelaide 8-7. Sturt 10-10.
So it was Bennett to Tiller to Dietrich. As Sturt had made a mistake, they had an opportunity to go very strongly into attack, but they were not able to do so with any efficiency. North Adelaide straight back down the ground. And with 3 very good handballs, moved it right into that full forward area to make an absolute certainty of the goal. So North Adelaide, they're coming back only 2 goals, 3 down after being 5 goals down. And with time on period of the 3rd quarter, they've got a bit left to come home. They won the toss at the start of the game, and maybe that helped them, although there hasn't been a lot of wind during the day. But the little bit that there has been has favoured the end to which they're kicking at the moment, and maybe they've got a bit of reserve at the end.
Frank Spiel in ruck against Redden. North Adelaide coming back, 15 points down. Redden couldn't get it out. Here's a chance now for Jarman. The long hand ball goes out to Sanders. On the lead is Dietrich, the big fella, loves to meet it, gets his hands to it, can't complete it. Motley back in defence for the Blues. Beats Bowles, but slips out of play, and the ball will be thrown in the full forward left pocket. Into time on of the 3rd quarter. North Adelaide have come back strong in this quarter, but as Robert said, it is the scoring end, or has been to this stage. Quickly in there was Hart, couldn't get it. Trying to pick it up, Dietrich couldn't get a handball away. Zubernick in defence, but he runs the ball out of play once more. 10-10 plays 8-7. Bennett and McKechnie as the bodies go in. Over the top came Campbell, a line ball. Quickly trying to pick it up was Hart, got the handball away. Dietrich couldn't get a kick away. Handball, goal! Beautifully done, handball across. Bowles, 3rd goal. North Adelaide 9-7, Sturt 10-10.
Until now, it's been thought that most 4-cylinder cars lack the power of a 6, and only a 6 can give you space. Now Mitsubishi shatters these myths, creating a totally new class of car, the magnificent new Mitsubishi Magna, challenging the power of a 6 with the unique Mitsubishi Astron Mark II engine, giving you more space than many 6s. The new Magna, a totally new class of car from Mitsubishi, car maker of the year.
Getting some warmth into your winter is easy with a wood heater from the Fireplace and Slate Centre. Feel the warmth of a Kent tile fire or the Nymph or Surefire. See the Jetmaster as well as the Stack Combi and Vista at the Fireplace and Slate Centre, where all branches provide specialist advice on hearths, flues and installation, all at huge savings to you. To get into real winter warmth this year, get into the Fireplace and Slate Centre.
The Fireplace and Slate Centre.
At Blackwood, Forestville, St Agnes, Prospect and Morford Vale.
Up in London to a brick. This is...
Hallett's grey antique.
Grey antique.
Hallett, your best bet for bricks.
Seven's Big League Mark of the Month and Mark of the Year competition. Each week our football commentators will choose the Mark of the Day. At the end of each month, you have the chance to pick the Mark of the Month and win great prizes courtesy of NEC. At the end of the season, we'll choose the Mark of the Year. If your choice coincides with ours, you could win a brand new Mitsubishi Magna from Adrian Eustace, plus a variety of great NEC products. To win it, you must be in it.
Sunday morning.
mornings have never looked so good when 7 presents the World of Sport. Get it straight from Rick Keegan when he gives you all the lowdown of what's happening on the sports scene. Football, car racing, plus all the details from the racetrack. It's pretty exciting, so why not be there for the World of Sport, 9 o'clock Sunday morning on 7.
A rough and tough third quarter sees Sturt lead by 9 points as we pick up the final quarter here at Prospect Oval. The rain has stopped but is still very heavy. North go into attack through hard up towards Bowl, looking for a running player going past, no one there, and Viney comes back in defence, out towards Frost, taken however by Pate, who straightens up and sends the ball back centre field. Clock charges to meet the ball, couldn't half volley it, allows Pater to take it, he drives Sturt into attack, up towards the half-forward line. Quickly Darrington now, back towards Klopp, who got a good sit, pushes out a pass, beautifully read by David Walk, and he's got it 45 metres out. I assume it was meant for him. Walk not really confident making the distance, plays on quickly, puts it up for Wilmot now, the big lead, can't complete it. Filthy gets it out, quickly now Smith in the pocket, looks around the corner, out by getting underneath it. Oh, what a magnificent goal, Darryl Smith. That could be the match-winning goal. His first, unbelievable from the right forward pocket. In the first minute, Sturt moved to 11-10, North Adelaide 9-7.
So far, Darryl Smith capitalises on some of the good work that the other players did on that occasion, but it was he who's done so much around the ground during the day. He's had a very good game, Smith. He's in very good form this year. That's an important goal with his 15th kick.
Sturt, great incentive to win. Back towards Viney it goes. He's starting to get into the action again. Pate goes wide. Klopp will be beaten in the run of the ball out there by Wieldy. Bit of action behind the play there between Filkey and his immediate opponent. It goes out of the full though, so the pressure is starting to show on the North Adelaide players. It'll be Klopp for the free kick, and he's had a fine game in these conditions. Motley up, completely missed the ball. Wilmot couldn't pick it up. Arnold comes through, he's caught. And the umpire will bounce it in Sturt's centre half forward position. Wilmot has kicked 2. Pater 2. You can see Wilmot's ankle appears to be heavily strapped. McKechnie fighting hard, also Redden. Kicking off the ground was Pater, but it rebounded back. Armfield in there trying to pick the ball up, but it's hard who comes away with it. He'll be run down by Viney. Pater it was, in fact. It was a great tackle now. Tiller, the running player, Matthew Campbell. Bowles wants it out wide. Whittlesey comes across though and takes a great defensive mark. Frost wants it on grandstand side. He's done it on more than one occasion today. He takes the mark at half back. Kick to Frost, not the best on that occasion. Motley wide at centre wing. Hay won't catch him. Motley hooks it back towards Klopp. Off hands Darrington. A bit loose North Adelaide. Wilmot's in a lot of trouble. He approached that ball very gingerly. Off hands to Smith, but it's over the line, out of bounds.
Wilmot limping back to his full forward spot. Sturt in command at the moment. That 15 points is going to be pretty valuable. They're kicking to the end. It's tended to be the scoring end. Hard, or the handball away. Pater has a flying shot, but bad luck. He hit the post. Poor Hart. Handball was dangerous. He knew it. He just shook his head in disgust.
To give up the things you love.
Whatever your sport, however rigorous your training, the competitive edge is confidence. Runner's Balm, a sports cream, gives that confidence. Massaged in before and after exercise, Runner's Balm helps loosen tight muscles, prevent chafing, while soothing painful areas and minor skin irritations. If your sport involves running, run with confidence. Runner's Balm at pharmacies and sports stores.
Sunday night, come and meet the team on 7's brilliant new show, Beyond 2000. Join Adelaide's own Carmel Travers and Chris Ardell-Guinness, along with Jeffrey Watson and Ian Finlay, when they travel the world searching for the answers of tomorrow. Beyond 2000 has something for everybody. Presented by AMP, 6:30 Sunday on 7.
So Sturt 7 points up, 11-14 to North Adelaide 11-7.
Arnold conceded the point, and that could be decisive. Matthews taken off the fingers by Watt. Buttering up again. Finally breaking away is Wildy, and the ball is out of play, however.
It's amazing, Ian, that ball was kicked into Trevor Hill's face then, and of course Mervyn Kane was knocked out in a similar incident in the second term.
Stephen Riley in the screen. Wildy 23, Wiley 22, Klopp and Wildy. Matthew Campbell couldn't get the handball out. Klopp goes in. Darrington got it across. The Sturt go into attack, and it is out on the... No, taken in defence there by Michael Armfield, I think.
Yes, Armfield it was. No mark there to Spiel. And I can tell you what, it's very, very difficult to see out there, and as we've said, what you can see on the screen is a lot lighter. Spiel, it was punched over the top though. North Adelaide now, off hands Tiller. Here's the run from Hill, but it'll be Whittlesey that might get there first. He intercepts beautifully for Sturt. He beats Simmons to the punch. Now Frost, here's the run. Pate for the Blues. On the lead is Wilmot. Oh, great play, Sturt. Adelaide Wilmot get front spot, and the Sturt spearhead has got another chance. He kicks with the right boot, but he's afraid to put too much pressure on the left when he lifts the right.
Darrington standing at centre forward on his own.
Wilmot's going to go for home. Accuracy is there. He's got the distance. Oh, what a telling goal. Wilmot got what was needed. His third. 12-14 now, the Blues. North Adelaide 11-7.
Well, it was a magnificent play by Greg Whittlesey. What a great player he is. One would almost think too good for a back pocket. He read an attacking play by North Adelaide. Intercepted the ball with full body, no hands on the ball, just full body. Set it up for Frost. Frost got it across, and away went the Blues to capitalise and take a good lead.
Michael Noonan may even be resigned at this stage. A 13-point deficit is pretty telling. Riley got it out. Sanders, the handball is not good. Getting back on it is Viney. Hart couldn't get a kick away. Zubranic over the top, put a saddle on him almost. Zubranic not happy with the decision, but Hart has got a free kick. Out goes Dietrich. Ball put out in front of him. Downs right there with him. Off the fingers. Back in defence, it's Smith. And Motley, he's lost the footy. Downs works with Simmons. And the umpire is giving a kicking in danger, I think, against Downs.
That's a horrible decision, Ian. A horrible decision. I thought that was really bad luck.
Simmons, a high kick in towards Dietrich now, trying to use his body. In there quickly is Bunn, gives it to Bowles. Jams it onto his boot. Had a chance, couldn't make the grade. And North Adelaide register their 8th point.
2 goals in it. McNernan showing the strain at this point with Jeffrey Paul alongside. Zubranic will kick out. Will come to grandstand side to Smith. Jamie Bowles just covers that player now. Everything in favour of a Sturt victory. We're approaching 20 minutes. There's enough time for North if they're good enough, but goals are pretty hard to come by at this stage. Redden couldn't take the mark. Taps it back. Viney, caught, Spiel. His kick was smothered. Viney again. Oh. Just in play. Either lucky or very, very clever, that kick. So it's centre wing. Probably only about 8 minutes left in this game because there won't be much time on. Tiller, stolen by Darrington, a chance for Filkey now. Punching away though is Wheelie. So we'll see another throw in at right half forward flank. Wilmot is limping in the square. He kicked Sturt's last goal, so he's still capable. Over the top goes Riley. Armfield back to Hart. Hart delayed the kick. Now Frost goes up with one hand, couldn't mark the ball and runs it over the line.
Throwing on the half-forward right flank. Time starting to run out for North Adelaide now. The Blues by 12 points. That means they've got to score 3 times. 5 minutes plus time on to go. Ball forced back to Painter. Beautifully done to Viney. Caught on the left leg. Goes in towards full forward. Wilmot there, Arnold over the top. Getting back on it is Wildy. With him is Walk. Walk tried to get a handball away, but the ball was out of bounds.
And I think that David Walk perhaps is getting a bit far into that forward line for Sturt. He's getting him into a bit of trouble. He's giving North Adelaide a lot of space to come out of on rebound.
Matthew Campbell tried to hold his ground there. Hollis couldn't get the kick away. Painter, the short pass across now here to Viney. Viney shoots towards goal. Oh, what a brilliant goal. He's a rugged young man, but what a player, his first goal. And surely that's the Medley's game, set and match the Blues, I would think now. 13-14 to the Northern OC 11-8.
And that was game, set and match for Sturt this afternoon. They went on to win 15 goals, 14, 104 points to North Adelaide's 11 goals, 874. The goal kickers for Sturt, Wilmot 5 and Painter 2, while for North Adelaide, Grenville Dietrich 4 and Jamie Bowles 3. After the game, Ian Day spoke with Robert Klomp, Jeff Motley and John McGuinness, and Peter Marker spoke to Mick Noonan.
Robert, congratulations. That was a fine, tough win by the Blues. You must be very happy.
No, extremely happy. We're just on top of the world with that effort.
Halfway through that third quarter, there was a bit of a dust-up, and it looked like that Sturt were getting a bit of the wobbles, but they had the courage, determination to come back.
Well, I think we lost our momentum because by getting involved in the dust-up, we just stopped attacking the ball a little, and we just were a little unsettled and forgot our attack on the ball, and I think that's what North could take advantage of.
Particularly pleasing would have been your own form. You've had your fair share of criticism since returning to Sturt. Today you put in a blinder.
Well, yes, I guess it seems to be a favourite thing with the media. When you hit 30, it's time to hang up your boots. But I'm confident that I have the ability. I know I have the ability, and I recognise that my form was down. And there were a few things that, in looking at the replays, that I wasn't doing. I've worked on those, and it's starting to pay dividends.
Obviously, it's more like Melbourne weather, dirty.
Very much so. I think we've been extremely spoilt so far here. There's been magnificent footballing weather with the dry conditions, but football is a game of skill, and I think the wet conditions really bring out the best, the best in teams.
Sturt did their homework well. They had a ruckman placed on the Radden and also Parsons in the forward pocket, and it worked well.
Well, North have an extremely tall side, and for Frank Spiel to ruck all day against the rope, especially in conditions like this, well, he runs out of steam, and it has been a problem. And young David McKechnie has done a magnificent job in taking some of that burden away, and gee, it really paid dividends today.
Jeff Motley, as chairman of selectors, you must have been very proud of that gutsy win by Sturt.
It was a top performance, Ian. Although we were 5 up at half-time, the way Norths came back, and it took a lot of character and courage as far as we were concerned to see the players fight on to the extent that they did in the last quarter. There was a lot of character in it, and we're real proud of that.
Do you think Sturt is changing its image in that respect, becoming a more physical side?
Beyond any shadow of doubt, Mervyn Kane, our coach, is very positive about the directness and strength in a side. It's a necessary ingredient for sides to win premierships, and it's something that he's developed from the commencement of this year, and I think the dividends are starting to show now. Players realise it as well and are responding accordingly.
Speaking of the coach, Merv Kane, he took a direct hit, knocked him cold. How is he?
Well, he took a direct hit with a ball in the face first, and his head hit the ground. At the moment, he's certainly wide awake, and he's got a grin that you won't take off his face for 2 or 3 days.
John McGuinness, as stand-in coach when Merv got knocked out, it was a very satisfying win.
It was satisfying because the first time I stood in for a coach was with Jack Odie, and we lost out here. So the next time I stand in, we won out here, and it's very pleasing. Very pleasing from the club's point of view, because I believe it was a tremendous team effort after a bad third quarter.
Seeing a new faces, John, and also you're getting a lot through your reserve side, which you coach now.
Yes.
A changing face at Unley.
There is a changing face. When we look at the reserves today, we had 6 under-19s playing and 7 that just out of under-19. So that's where our future lies. So we're giving the reserves a chance to play there to see where they're fit for league. And up in the league, you've got young lads like Viney coming through, who's a magnificent ball getter. He's willing to work all day.
Sturt, now, you know, when the coach goes off, how much say do you have, say, when he's on the field? Do you make the moves, or does you send out a runner out to move and he sends it back to you and you make the moves from there?
Well, we as a selection committee sit on the side, Sandy, Jeff and myself, and we talk among ourselves, and then through the runner we relay to Merv at quarter time or half time. We talk to him directly, but when it's during the actual game itself, we send out messages to Merv. He knows what's going on, so if a change has to be made, we direct that at quarter time, half time, three-quarter time, and then he backs us up from then on.
Well, John, can I say, you did it very well today. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ian.
Michael, in any game of football, it's always 20 against 20, but you've had some pretty bad injuries. You're finding it harder to replace them with good players that can fit into a side?
Well, it's always hard to replace Rileys and Antropuses and Robertsons and so on, but the game's not about injuries. It's about 20 against 20, and today, in the circumstances, the conditions, everything, the Sturt Football Club were better.
Sturt started off interestingly with looking after both of your ruckmen. It was Spiel on Parsons and McKechnie on Redden. Were you expecting that, or did it upset you?
Oh, it didn't upset us in any way, shape or form. I think the thing that was difficult to contend with during the day was the difference, what has to happen differently in a side when you're playing in the wet compared with the dry. And I think this is the first wet game, except for about a quarter, I think we had against Centrals about 6 weeks ago. This was the first time again that we've had that sort of wet condition, and Sturt handled it a lot better than we did.
Well, at half-time, you made a few changes. You probably had to, and you started your ruckman off the bench, and Hay went to centre-half forward, Ellis to centre-half back, Bennett to the forward pocket. Those moves, and I guess a general lift in attitude, seemed to work for you in the third quarter.
Well, I think the attitude, well, I question the statement about the lift in attitude. What does that mean? The attitude was correct. It was that the team functioning wasn't working well with the way we had it. And don't forget, the way we'd had it had won us up until that time 13 games. But the circumstances prevailing necessitate us to do it in a different, to function in a slightly different way. And I thought what we did, the boys again showed that they've got something. They worked their way back into it, and there was, I think, about a goal the difference at one stage towards the end.
And just checking the stats from that game this afternoon in the